I'm going to expose how Spencer Kozej made $690,000 last month, not with life insurance, not with what he calls virtual sales, but actually with this super simple webinar funnel. And combined with his personal branding and content strategy, this funnel literally becomes unstoppable because that's why he made $690,000 last month. And in this video, I'll break down his entire Instagram content strategy, his entire YouTube strategy, very detailed, so you can copy it yourself and apply it in your info coaching consulting business today. Then I'll break down how he get warm leads, so warm that they want to join his sales team ASAP using Instagram stories, weird content formats, and YouTube call to actions. Then I'll break down his entire conversion mechanism, the actual webinar funnel, and I'm going to go in extreme detail here as well. So my name is Lucky, and from the last 2 years, I've been helping coaches, consultants, and creators start or scale their businesses. So if you are looking for help to start or scale your info coaching consulting business, you can book a one-to-one no pressure strategy call with me directly by going on to the first link in description. Now let's start with his Instagram. Now, right now, his Instagram has almost 90,000 followers. And let's just start with his bio, because bio is the first thing that they see whenever someone lands on your profile. So his bio clearly states that he can help you make $10,000 a month with sales. That is the dream outcome of his ideal client profile. And that's the first thing he wrote out in his bio, right? After that, he did a DM call to action that if you want to get started, DM me sales. And if you DM the word sales, he will send you a link to register for the webinar. So he's mainly running the webinar funnel. And then here's the link. And the main promise is you can get a work from home career and you will be provided with leads and scripts. So it's just handling their objections in the bio itself. Now, after the bio, the second thing they see on your Instagram is your highlights, right? So he has tons and tons of highlights. So I'll show you. I've taken 3 screenshots and he has 3 more slides of the highlights itself. Now, having that much highlights shows the proof, the amount of proof that Spencer has in his niche, which is basically life insurance, then the amount of experience, because he's doing it from the last 5-6 years. So definitely he put every single piece of proof or testimony or case study on the highlights. Experience. After that, he show results personally and the results of his team, because if you want to join any sales team, you want to see the result of the actual leader and the team as well. Same thing with coaching. If you want to join any coaching, you want to see the result of the coach itself and the students that he coached, right? Then he had tons and tons of lifestyle stories, like, Cabo sales, Tulum sales, Swiss sales. So what he did, he was traveling to Switzerland and he was also doing sales, because it just, he's running a webinar, or even if he's doing calls at that time, it's just all virtually. So he's actually showing the proof that you can have a virtual job, virtual sales job, and still make $10,000 a month. After that, he's also showing the team, the community, and actual results of the team. So it's already building the blocks for his sale that he's going to do on the webinar. And after that, let's go to the actual source, which is content. Now, on the main tab, what he's doing, he's posting lifestyle stories, what's going on in his life. So recently he got engaged, he got married. So there are pictures of them. And then whenever he make a new purchase, and the thing is, he's not posting any reel on the homepage. His homepage is very, very curated. So whenever he does any kind of collaboration with a big creator, whenever he does a big purchase, whenever, watches, traveling, etc. So whenever you are landing on this page for the first time, you can actually show the proof, the lifestyle, and the kind of person he is. After that, reels. This is the actual source. And now to understand reels, we need to understand the basics of personal branding and the psychology behind why he's posting what he's posting, right? So let's start. This is where the real game starts. So whenever you are running any kind of organic funnel and you want to build a successful personal brand, as a personal brand that will help you attract leads, grow your business. So in any personal brand, there are 3 main pillars. The first main pillar is you. Then the second pillar is your vehicle, and the third pillar is your offer. So that's how content works in general. You want to sell anything, you have to focus on these 3 pillars in every piece of your content. Each post that you upload has to hit any of these 3 pillars or multiple pillars if can, right? So let's start with the you pillar, the kind of person you are, who you are. So in this pillar, you need to show who you are as a person, and Spencer is doing it amazingly well. That's why people connects with emotionally and trust him blindly and want to join his sales team ASAP, because they love him as a person. Because the thing is, if they like you or they relate to you in any sort of form, you win. This is the best thing you can do with your personal brand. No matter the amount of money you are making, no matter how much proof you have, if I don't like you or if I don't relate to your story, I'm not going to buy from you. That is the actual truth. And that's why people posting value, value, value always hit a ceiling, because they are not showing themselves. They are not expressing themselves in their content. They are not showing their beliefs, their worldviews, their opinions, their values, their morals, things like that, that makes you a human, right? The second thing is life insurance. Obviously, you need to sell life insurance and tell them that, hey, this is the best thing out there and this can help you achieve your goals way faster. So you need to sell them on the idea of why life insurance is the best possible vehicle to get them from the current situation to their desired situation. And in this case, it's actually making 6 figures a month from your home, and you'll get free leads, word for word script. This is the actual call to action that Spencer is doing. And you just need to show that this is the best vehicle for their goals. The last part, which is where the value or your offer or the proof comes in, is his team's results. For Spencer, in this case, he want to show the results of his team because that's going to sell other people to join his team. So to do that, he is doing personal results. Obviously, you need to be a successful person to coach or mentor someone. Then he's also uploading his team results that shows the proof that okay, he's also successful and his team members is also successful. And one thing they are doing is they are promising that you'll grow as a human. You'll also make a good amount of money, but you'll also grow as a human, not just as a salesman. And what all these pillars does, the basic marketing rule is people buy with emotion, then they justifies it with logic. So if you hit three of those pillars, it automatically triggers the emotion in them and they justifies it logic because you have results, your team's results, and they connect with you emotionally because you show who you are as a person, right? So if you do that, no matter whatever you're selling, info, coaching, consulting, you're gonna become irresistible. And that's what every single person that is making 6 figures a month right now in info, coaching, consulting is doing. You can look up to their personal brand. They are making personal content. They are selling them on the vehicle and they are selling their offer. That's how personal brand works. Not by just, posting value and making an ask. This works, but you're obviously going to hit a ceiling. So to build the personal brand right way, your content must connect to all these three pillars. Now let's see how Spencer is doing it. So for the U pillar, where you need to sell yourself, what Spencer is doing, he's uploading reels like this, where he's talking about God, where he's talking about what happens when you put God first, where he explains that how he reads Bible every single day and why it changes life. He uploads that he's hitting the gym every single day, his mindset. He also uploading his transformation story. Then he's also flexing his lifestyle. Now the thing is, if you flex your lifestyle with this content strategy, it works. But if you are only doing flexing content, it's a complete red flag. Now, flexing in the sense he's showing his success, right? He's showing that he has all the cars, he has all the apartments, watches, and he's traveling to nice places. And that just shows his ICP that he's actually successful and he's worth listening to, because if you're not successful, nobody's going to listen to you. Then he's posting about his mindset. So it shows people what kind of mindset he is, how he thinks about certain things, how he thinks about life, how he thinks about sales, how he thinks about relationship. So he's posting all this kind of content or reels on Instagram specifically. Basically, what he's doing, he's sharing the personal side of who is Spencer Kozej, right? So he's posting reels about God, relationship, Bible, his own winning story, and his moments where he just gave up, he don't want to do anything, his personal wins, mindset, gym, and his actual vision, what he want to do in life. And that's how people start liking you. That's how people start connecting you. So for example, if you go to gym every single day, if you hit a workout every single day, and now you want to join a sales team, a life insurance, you want to start in life insurance, guess what? Who you're going to turn to? You're going to associate Spencer that, hey, he also goes to gym and I also go to gym. So your mind form associations with him and you start liking him. Maybe you are religious, you believe in God, everybody should, but let's say you believe in God and Spencer is talking a lot about God in his content, definitely you're going to relate to him and you're going to join his sales team if you want to join. Because if you are in a completely different business, that doesn't make any sense. I'm talking about his ICP. And let's say if you relate to his story, let's say you are also in college and you are not getting good grades, you want to start in sales, definitely you're going to relate with Spencer's story. And that's how people start liking you. So all you got to do is show you are a human, show your emotions, show your journey. That's how you become relatable. Whenever you show your beliefs, your mindset, your stories, your wins, your failures, what makes you human, and share your journey. And that's how Spencer differentiates himself from all the Lambo bros and the value guys, because that market is just too saturated right now. And on the one side, there is Spencer's competitors, life insurance guys who are trying to build their sales team. And on other hand, there's Spencer who had no competition right now because of his personal branding strategy and the types of content he's posting. Now, the second thing, the second pillar was why insurance. You obviously got to sell the model itself and show them that this is the best thing right now. So why insurance now? For that, he's actually posting value content, step-by-step content, and also his lifestyle content all about cars, watches, traveling. So it logically tells your brain why other models are not that good, why life insurance is the model to go logically. And he's also posting reels about his success. So let's say I am living your dream life, the life that you want to live, and I am doing agency. So definitely your brain's going to tell, okay, if you want that life, you got to start agency. So this is the same thing for Spencer. He's living the dream life of average American teenager or a kid who is in early 20s. And if they want to live the life like him, they definitely want to do that model. So that's basically how your brain logically decides to pursue any kind of business model. Then he's also posting day in the life videos on behind the scenes of what actually being a sales agent in life insurance looks like. So this also helps in selling them. So you just explain the model, you show your life, he's showing his results, and you just show the behind the scenes of day to day. So they can actually see what it's like to be as a sales agent in life insurance and how much success you can have, things like that. So you've already connected to Spencer emotionally through this content. Now your brain logically decides to, hey, whatever he's doing is also definitely working. and I know how it works. So I'm going to do this. Last thing is why his team. There are, I guess, millions of life insurance agents in United States. So why you want to join his team? First of all, the kind of person Spencer is, again, his personal content, disciplined, ambitious, putting God first, hardworking, successful, amazing to work with. So you know all these things from his personal content. So the first pillar, you pillar, also helps you to sell your offer in the third pillar, right? So the kind of person Spencer is, then his personal results, posting these kind of videos, then his team results, where he is hanging out with his team and his team telling him that last week they made $30,000. Last month they made $100,000. After that, you are not gonna grow as a salesman. You are gonna grow as a better person. You are gonna definitely make more money, but you'll become a better human being. That's what he's narrating through his content. When he and his team enters a sauna, there are clips of his team and him hitting the gym together, having a coffee, some chit chat about the work and things like that. The last thing is it feels like a close community whenever they are working out together, whenever they are hanging out together. So it just makes them feel like if they join a sales team, they'll be a part of this community. And that's how you sell them through emotions and justifies it with logic. And again, these three pillars are the most important thing in his entire content strategy. And to be precise, this one is the most important thing, because if I don't like you, if I don't relate to you, no matter how good you are at what you do, I don't care. Like that's the basic human psychology, right? And then the model life insurance, and then his offer or his team in this case. Now let's see the types of content or the actual content formats he is using to do all that. So first one, he is uploading a ton and ton of YouTube clips. So he has a team of clippers who takes the most interesting clips throughout an YouTube video. You can take 10 to 20 different clips, which is interesting, and you can convert them into short form content. So he posts a ton of lifestyle and vlog kind of format on YouTube. So we are going to break down his YouTube as well in a few minutes. But for now, just understand that he has a team of clippers who clips the most interesting parts from a 10-minute, 20-minute YouTube video, and mostly from the vlogs and all. He talks a lot about God, Bible, his personality, his success, his relationships and all. So that's how we get tons and tons of personal content through just YouTube. So first one is YouTube clips, definitely. Second one is just B-rolls. So he has a ton of B-rolls already shot. And then what he does, he just puts out a caption or some hook on the B-roll. So there are 5, 6 different B-rolls and then this simple hook. And mostly he's targeting bigger markets with this type of content, because definitely if you want to see a video about God, you don't have to be in a specific business. You don't have to be a specific type of person. A 5-year-old can be interested in learning more about God. A 20-year-old can be more interested, or even a 60-year-old can be. And these B-rolls, this is kind of the motivational video. So what he does, he just shot himself when he was in the gym, driving his cars, taking calls and stuff like this. And he just put a kind of motivational hook on it, text hook, and he just uploads it. So this is the OG motivational kind of reels with music and text and nothing else. And this type of content is also made to go viral, not to give any type of value at all. The third type of content he's posting is definitely the transformation content, where he's actually sharing the transformation that you have had from the last 5 to 6 years, right? So, and read caption, he's doing a call to action that, hey, if you want to do the same, you can join my sales team. Then the most funny part, and how he differentiates himself from the other life insurance guy and other course sellers or other info guys right now, is he's just posting weird skits time to time. So right now on this reel, he is on his G-Wagon working on a laptop. So I don't think anybody else has done it. So he's posting funny skits. And again, this content is also made to go viral, not kind of value and all. It's just made to get people into his funnel. Then the last part where the value comes in is he's doing talking head content. So content like 3 tips on how to get a Lambo by age 24. He's still going mass market, but he's giving at least some value in his Instagram content. Now, if you look at his entire content on Instagram, the value he's giving is way less, because he's posting other formats way often, like these YouTube clips, B-rolls, transformation skits, because definitely he wanna attract a lot more followers right now. He is still posting value, but it's not as much as the other content formats. And definitely on Instagram, it makes sense because you can't give too much value within 30 to 60 seconds, but you can use a split. So you can do like 2 times a week, you are gonna post something related to your niche only, like Shelby Sapter. So 2 times a week, she only posts about sales. Either it's objection handling, either it's, how to get a new role, or any kind of value that she can give to his audience. So I think he can do it more. And obviously people are going to trust him more if he's posting value content, because all of these types of content like YouTube clips, B-rolls, transformation skits, this is good for getting likes and building that personality factor. But when it comes to trust, you need to give value to your audience. This is no negotiable. So what happens is, this is basically the customer journey or content journey that any agent has to go through if you want to join a sales team. Is first of all, right now, if you don't know Spencer Kozej, you are like this. You don't know who he is. You have no idea about him. Then you saw a couple of his reels. Maybe this reel popped up in your feed. Maybe this reel popped up in your feed because their TAM is way larger. Their total addressable market is way larger. So now you're interesting, like, okay, how he's doing all this cool stuff at 25 years old. You start following him. And now, once you start following him, because the only goal of this type of content is to get a follow. Once they follow you, you are in their ecosystem. You see more of their reels, more of their stories, more of their content in general. And the more you watch their content, the more you trust them, the more you believe them, the more you like them. This is just the basics of how marketing works, right? Now they watch more of your content. Now they like you. They think you are amazing. You have amazing results. Your team has amazing results. And they keep on consuming your content. Now, after a point, they just love you as a person. They know you, who you are as a person. They believe that life insurance is the best thing out there. And they want to join your sales team because they just like you as a person. So that's how the content funnel works. And you cannot rush this process. You have to, test out different stuff for your niche, your personal brand, how your niche reacts to your content format. So what happens is a ton of people get into his funnel every single month from these types of content. And after that, he's posting a ton of personal content and value content. So they start liking him and then they start trusting him whenever they see his results, his team results, and stuff like this. So this is his entire Instagram strategy. And you can literally copy this and apply it in your business today. Now let's go on to YouTube, which is also a major part of his organic content. Now, still, Instagram is the main platform, but YouTube also plays a major role because he's getting tons of content from YouTube itself. So on YouTube, he has almost 8K subscribers right now, and he's posting twice a week right now. And let's see the types of content he is posting. So first one and the most frequent ones are the day in the life videos. And why he's posting day in the life more, he's not just flexing his cars and he's not just flexing his lifestyle. What he's doing, he's actually showing you behind the scenes of his life, who he is as a person. So I'll explain you how it works. This content is the best way to sell through all the three pillars. So I explained you, pillar number one is you, pillar number two is life insurance, pillar number three is his team. So how he hit pillar number one, basically he records himself whenever he's hitting the gym, doing a workout, reading Bible, or talking about Bible, God, Jesus, and also talking a lot about mindset, how he changed his life within 2 years, or within the first year he made, I guess, 6 figures from sales, how he did it. So this is the personal content and this shows the personal side of him. Now in this video itself, he's showing the cars, the apartment, and the behind the scenes of actual work. This part sells them on the life insurance, that hey, life insurance is the best thing right now. And the last thing is his team. Now in the vlogs and videos, too frequently he meets his team members. They are together. He shows the payouts, how much they made last week. He even shows their cars they bought and all. And he also shows how he's training them. So this part actually convince you to join his sales team. So you see, with just a single video, he's hitting all the three pillars. So you don't necessarily need a certain type of content format for a single pillar. You can have content formats that hit every pillar within just a single video. The second format he is doing is this kind of raw sit down videos where he's just talking about mindset, stories, and Bible. And this shows the type of person he is, his values, his beliefs, his worldviews, his opinions around certain things, and religion, things like that. So this is again the personal content, and this is the types of clips that he repurposes on YouTube, on Instagram, sorry, a lot. And I mean a lot. Then the third type of content he's doing is obviously the value content. You definitely got to give some value to your audience. You need to tell them why life insurance is the best way to do it and how he did it and how you can do the same. So you see video like this. If I wanted to become a millionaire in 2026, I would do this. In this video, he's explaining how he will become a millionaire using life insurance or becoming a sales agent. Then in this video, actual breakdown of how he did this. So in these videos, what he's doing, he's giving the actual sauce on life insurance, the actual how the value your audience needs to become a sales guy, and then convincing them that this is the best business model out there. And definitely his results 50% of the time convinces people that, this is the thing that they want to go after. Next format is lifestyle. Everyone does it. He also does it. Just showing his success, buying cars, traveling, showing other people's car, his team members actually. So it actually helps him to hit the third pillar, which is, showing his success and his team's success. And the last part is he's trying hard to getting new audience because he does just some random collaborations. So first one is with these gym guys. So this video is the most popular video of his channel, 165K views. And there again, Aston Hall. So him and Aston Hall doing some football stuff and soccer for the Americans. So what he's trying to do is targeting a completely new audience so he can make his personal brand bigger. Overall, he's posting twice a week on YouTube, as I told you earlier, and YouTube plays the most important role in keeping up his Instagram content up all day. So he's posting 2-3 times a day. And most of the time it's just, one clip and one video that he actually records, or sometimes 3 clips that he repurposed from YouTube. So YouTube will actually help you a lot. And again, for nurturing, there is nothing better than YouTube when it comes to building trust. So one thing he can do right now is just post more valuable content on YouTube. He's not posting that much value content, and value content is necessary to sell them logically. Now, this was his entire Instagram and YouTube strategy, and you can see his personal branding strategy. Now let's see how he's getting warm leads, so warm that they want to join his sales team ASAP. So first thing, definitely, if you already trust him enough, you jump on his profile for the first time, or let's say you basically jump on his profile and you just click on the link in his bio, and you'll be get redirected to this landing page. And I'm gonna break this down as well. But what he is doing is he's doing call to actions too often in a very different way. And when I say too often, I really mean it, like literally too often. So what he's doing, first of all, that is something different from the rest of the market, is making kind of funny skits, reels, right? So let's say in this reel, he was proposing his girlfriend, and instead of the proposal, what he's saying is that, hey, I work with a company that will give you free leads, script read word for word, and you can work from home and make 6 figures a year in income. And then she's saying yes and all. So you kind of get my point. He is making funny skits that I guess nobody is doing in his market. And in this one, this was actually really funny. He dressed as a girl and telling him that, hey, why his boyfriend can actually afford only McDonald's. And then he's saying that if he can only afford McDonald's, he need to do what I do, where just join my team, we'll give you free leads, scripted word for word, work from home, blah blah blah. The same call to action every single damn time, right? So this is his main call to action: free leads, word for word, script read, and work from home. And the CTA, call to action, in any part of his funnel, whether it's stories, videos, YouTube videos, it's just DM me the word sales and I'll sell you more details. And more details is actually the ManyChat automation sending you the actual link to go for his landing page, register for the webinar, and then jump on the webinar. And the thing is, I don't know people like it or not, but this is just crushing it for him. And again, that's why he made $690,000 last month. And another thing is, no one is doing it, and especially in the life insurance niche. I know one guy, Giuliano Mazzarelli. He is also doing something different, which is, the format that crushed it for him is actually kind of Wolf of Wall Street kind of format, where he's listening to music, and whenever the prospect picks up the phone, he stops the music, he takes the sales call, and the prospect tells him to, hey, just shut up and cut his phone. Then he actually listens to the music again, actually the real life of a salesperson. And you can just see the views: 10.9 million, 31.2 million, 7.2 million. And this format is actually crushed it for him. And stay tuned, because I'm going to do a complete breakdown of his personal brand as well, his formats and all, what he is doing, and how he grew to 900K followers within 8 months. So stay tuned for this. So the first wave was actually posting this funny skits. Now the thing with this kind of reels is they actually get a ton of views as well. And he also does a call to action. So it's the win-win situation. Now he kind of gets backlash in the comments, but it doesn't matter as far as he's printing. And the second thing he's doing is using story sequences. And he's not using, he's just abusing story sequences. And as I tell you in every single one of my videos, that story sequences is the best way on Instagram to get leads, because of the people who are watching it, they already know you, they follow you, they watch your content, they watch your reels regularly, they watch your stories regularly, and they are the best type of people on Instagram. So I'll just show you how many stories he posts every single day. So this is the first one, where he's just telling a quote. Then the second story is actually him either going to work or going somewhere. So you can see this is an update story. So he's posting updates frequently every single day on Instagram. Then the third one is actually him after a workout. The fourth one is the call to action again. Want a career that offers uncapped income, work from anywhere, make your own schedule, leads provided for free, scripts and trained provided by our top agents, personal development. And you see he's targeting personal development a lot, so he can differentiate himself from the other life insurance agents. DM me the word sales to watch a quick video, and he do Monday 8 p.m. every single day. And he did the same call to action next day. So God is great, record Sunday, DM me the sales to join the virtual training that I do every single Monday. So he's doing the call to actions too often, as I said, literally every single day. Then his story. So he's showing actually the picture of himself in 2019 when he was cutting grass and he was in the community college. So this is also nurturing people and telling them the beliefs about himself, how he becomes successful. Then again, you can see, so this is kind of the personal stuff. And then he's also doing call to action again. So in just single day of story sequence, he did 3 call to actions. So you can just see the amount of call to actions he's doing via his reels and his story sequence. Now the thing is, once you do story sequences too often, people kind of get frustrated from you. And that is just natural, because if every other reel you are posting and saying that, hey, DM me the word sales, DM me the word sales, your audience kind of get in the habit of scrolling past your content, or not watching your stories, because they already know what's coming. Hey, this guy's always trying to sell me something. So instead of doing call to action 3 times a day on story sequence, he can actually lower the frequency of them and post this content more, like the personal content, telling his story, telling his journey, how he became successful and things like that. Again, the first pillar, selling himself, who Spencer is as a person, and giving them the belief that, hey, this guy can actually help me. So this will actually get him way better results, right? And he's doing it every single day. I told you 3 times in a day. And on YouTube, it's really simple. In these content formats where there's day in the life, value content and lifestyle content, he do a call to action at the end of the video. And the call to action is again the same, that if you want to join my team, if you want to live the life that I am living, you will get free leads, word for word script read, and work from home, make $10,000 a month. You just click on the link in description or go to my Instagram, DM me the word sale. So this is his entire call to action, and that's how he's getting warm leads and getting ton of them, because he's doing call to actions too frequently. And the thing is, his personal branding has done 90% of the work already. So his story sequences, YouTube videos, it's just the cherry on top. And all of his traffic, like every single guy who comments the word or DM him the word sales, is now redirected to this landing page. And this is the landing page that is completely responsible for him making $700,000 last month. So let's start with conversions. The first thing is obviously landing page, and you can see the headline, from stuck and broke to 6 figures working from laptop. Just watch the keywords. His audience is right now maybe stuck and broke. They want to earn 6 figures working from laptop. So this is promising the results, their goals, their dream situation, calling them out so they can actually relate or watch the video that, hey, this is for me. Right now, you can see the call to action, reserve my spot, Monday, 8 p.m. EST. And here's the VSL. This is a 16-minute VSL. And I'm also going to break down the VSL. But first, let's do the landing page. Then below there, you can see the timer. Now, timer is really important if you are running webinars. Have multiple timers throughout, your landing page. And what I would suggest is you make a sticky header that sticks throughout the landing page, no matter how much you scroll, and you always have the timer on there, right? Below there, he has the numbers that he and his team members did. So 180K highly monthly earner, 15,000 plus active income to build the trust and actually show that, hey, he knows what he's doing and he's doing it long enough that you can trust him. Going on to the objection section, why virtual sales with global life? Again, selling his offer, selling his company, selling his team on why his company is better than others. So you get free warm leads daily. This kills the objection of making cold calls because everybody hates them. Proven word for word script. So no sales experience, either you are a beginner or not, it doesn't matter. You can still make $10,000 a month or more. 100% virtual, work from anywhere. So you see all of this, whys are actually the either objections or either goal of his ideal clients. Then we go on to the uncapped earning. They don't want any capping on their earning. You'll also get world-class training, daily coaching, a community of winners, and you'll also make some passive income. So they are just hitting the pain point, or what they don't want and what they want in this section. Then again, call to action, and you want to do that if you are running any kind of funnel. If you have a landing page, you just want to have that call to action again and again after each section, so they don't have to scroll up and find the call to action if they want to decide to join or watch your VSL at any given point in time. Then his personal transformation, this is really important. So he is telling that this isn't a job, it's a vehicle to your dream life. And just look at the keywords. I was just like you. I knew I was meant for more. And this business model is designed for people like us to win. I retired my mom in 2 years. I bought my dream cars. I travel. I help other people. This is basically the dream life of his ideal clients. And he knows his ideal clients in extreme detail. That's why he is re-agitating these words, these keywords again and again and again, right? So throughout his landing page, you see these kind of keywords again and again, like working from home, living your dream life, retiring your parents, things like that. Below there, they have the emotion plus proof. So he went, like, you can literally go from a broke, struck, and frustrated to 6 figures a month in 12 months working from laptop. Again, painting the dream situation, desired situation that his ICP wants. Again, just, look at the keywords. He's targeting them emotionally. So, you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. You also feel like, why not me? Why I'm not living the life that these guys on social media are living? Then he's actually telling a proof of the story that, hey, from within 12 months, he went from your current situation to your desired situation. So yeah, you can see who was accountant. And here's what you're going to get if you join the webinar. Then again, call to action. As I told you, it's super important. Then just the proof section. So who has a ton of proof of, people making $90,000 a month, 180 a month, $2 million in total, 85K, 70K, 100K. And proof is super important. If you don't have proof, webinars are not that worth it for you. You are wanting them to listen to you for 2 hours straight. And if you don't have enough proof, that's not gonna work for you. That's just super simple, right? And the best thing he's doing here is you can actually click on the any of the stories and watch a video testimonial. And video testimonial, guys, is the best thing you can do, because videos build trust better than anything else online, right? So you can actually see his entire story, how he did, why he did it, why he gets started, then just frequently asked questions. So this is his entire landing page. And if you click on any of the call to action, like this one, or this one, you'll get redirected to this page where you have to again click this button, book your interview, and they will again show you the timer that, okay, we are 2 days away and the time is Monday, 8 p.m. EST. Once you click that, you'll get redirected to a Calendly page. And then you just have to fill out the details, your first name, last name, phone number, email, and boom, you'll be redirected to the thank you page. Your webinar is scheduled. But one thing I've noticed, and he can improve it, is this step where there's a pop-up and then he go to Calendly. It's just, an extra unnecessary step, which is creating unnecessary friction in his funnel. So this is just extra step. What he can do something like Shelby Sapp, and she's just crushing it with webinars. So whenever you click on any of call to actions and you just enter the details, right? You don't need to click another extra button and you'll get redirected to the thank you page alone. So there is not 2 steps extra in her funnel. So he can implement this and it will help him definitely getting more people to his webinar. Now, before going into the actual thank you page, let's break down the VSL. Now, this is the entire VSL script of 16 minutes. Now, I definitely cannot break it down word by word, but if you want his script, if you want to see what he's up to, just DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is also linked below. And I also post some amazing stuff there as well. So you can follow me on there and just DM me whatever you need, like the Miro board or landing page breakdown, VSL breakdown, and I'm more than happy to send you. But what I can do it in the video is definitely break down the format. So how his VSL actually works, the format, the flow, right? So it starts with the pattern interrupt, which make them feel seen and called out. So he calls out who this video is for. And then once after they call out his ICP, then he goes on to the agenda promise, tell them what's exactly coming so they stay for the next 15 minutes. Then he paint the vision, the bigger picture first, that, hey, that's what I want to do. And if you want to join my sales team, okay, let's start. In the VSL, he and his business partner are sitting together. So they talk about their origin story, how they are broke, no experience, no clue. And then this happened. They stumbled onto life insurance sales. Throughout the VSL, what they are trying to do is relate to your current situation, telling their story and giving you the belief that it can actually work for you, right? Then relatable identity, they are showing that I was you, I had no sales experience, no degree, nothing, common objections that anyone can have in a sales process. Then duplication of proof, someone else followed his advice, the same path, and got the same results. Then you go into the social proof, which is like duplication of proof and social proof are the most important part, where you show the actual numbers, the real names, the real timelines of people following your advice and getting the results you are promising with your team. Then after their personal stuff, selling their story, handling all the objections, they go on to the company, because they have to work under a company. So they go on to the company credibility, how old the company is, the big partnerships, and it feels like they are not going anywhere. It's a legitimate company. Then they go on to the actual objections. Okay, so you don't want to make cold calls, and he actually says inside the VSL that, hey, we don't allow you to even make cold calls. All the leads that we have is warm, they are free, and they are already asked out to be called. So this is the best case scenario, because everybody hates cold calls. Then day in the life, their morning routine, Zoom calls, working from a hotel. So if you did join a sales team, this is what your life will look like. Then how you're going to get paid. Again, the objections, simple math, one sale, one day, 1 week, you are obviously easily going to make 12K per month if you just make one sale according to their math. Then you're also going to make passive income. Obviously, everybody want to make passive income. So they are just selling the opportunity and breaking down every single negative belief or framing that they already have about the life insurance industry. Then identity transformation. This changes who you are, not just what you earn. If you join his sales team, you'll become a better person. He agitates this throughout his content and now in the VSL. And at the end, he do a call to action that, hey, we do an interview on Monday. And now let's move on to the last thing, which is the thank you page or confirmation page. So it starts with the timer. Okay, so this is the time that's remaining for the call. Now your interview is confirmed. Simple headline. And in this simple video, what he's doing is just he's telling you beforehand that you're going to receive some email and text from his team. It's going to be on Zoom. So you have to join 5 minutes before. You have to turn your camera on, take notes, just the basic stuff like every webinar guy does. And then what he tells you is you're going to receive some YouTube videos through text before the actual webinars or before the actual interview. So just watch those videos. Now what it does, okay, so let me just break that down and I'll tell you why he's doing it. So there are limited spots. So what you have to do before joining is watch the YouTube videos, these YouTube videos, be ready 5 minutes before with pen and paper, have camera turned on and be in a quiet sitting. So it's just basic stuff. But then he has tons and tons of YouTube content right here. Now what it does, as I told you, the more they watch your content, the easier the sale is going to be for you and your team, right? So he has like 8 videos right here. And let's say on an average, every single person watch 2 videos, which is very optimal, right? 2 videos, and let's say they watch the actual 1 hour of your content before jumping on the webinar. Now they are not new to your world. So from Instagram, obviously his main traffic source is Instagram. He knows that his Instagram audience are not that well nurtured throughout his entire funnel. So he has to increase the watch time, amount of content consumption before the webinar to sell them easily on becoming his team member, right? So all he does is send you a ton of YouTube videos through text before the actual webinar, and these videos right here. So you can see this increases the trust, and this is just a nurturing machine. The more they watch your videos, the more nurtured they are, the more they like you, the more they love you, the more they trust you. Then just look at the content. So how to make 100K in virtual sales, how to make 100K per month in 2025, remote work. If I had to start over, basically telling his story. Then social proof, how he turned $199 into millions before 25. Then his team results, like how this guy went from a pizza delivery boy to a Lamborghini Aventador, and this one is the same. So social proof, personal proof, and the actual value and source of life insurance, right? Then the social proof is we have over 200 agents, 30 making over $30,000 a month. So obviously you have to have proof, and this is just the entire confirmation page. And if you want a detailed video on an 8-figure pre-webinar flow, there will be a video in the I button. You can have a watch. And in that video, I explain pre-webinar best practices, how you can increase your show up rate, how you can increase the hype and all. And after that, after the confirmation page, you receive this email that your interview is confirmed with all the details that you need to join. In the email section, he can still improve a lot because all he is doing is sending the reminders. He's also sending like YouTube video. You have to watch this YouTube video 1, YouTube video 2, and subscribe to my channel. But still, if you do value dense emails, that is obviously going to help him a lot, because nobody loves to open your reminder emails and read them, right? People actually hate reminder emails. So instead of reminder emails, you can make them objectional handling value dense emails. So you take objection number 1 and email number 1, you handle it, right? Then objection number 2 in email number 2. That's how you can increase the hype and increase the chances of them showing up on the webinar. So it can be improved, and all he has to do is just change this email flow to actually value dense objection handling emails. That's it. So that's how Spencer made 700K last month. And again, if you want any of the resources from throughout the video, if you have any questions about anything in the video, you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is linked below. Drop a follow there. And if you want my help, if you are a coach, consultant, or a creator who want to start or scale his info coaching consulting business, you can go onto the first link in the description and you can book a one-to-one no pressure strategy call with me directly. But that's it for today, guys. See you in the next one.